Hi, everybody. I just wrapped up my 17th book for this year. It was The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin, or Gabriel Zevin. I'm not sure. Let me look, actually. There's author info in the back. Yeah, Gabrielle. It was not what I was anticipating. Honestly, when I picked this book up, for some reason, I thought it was going to be very Addie LaRue or How to Stop Time. Something that's kind of multiple lifetimes, either somebody who gets to live multiple lives or somebody who lives one life for a very extended long time. If you've read either of those two books, you kind of get what I'm saying. I thought it was going to be something like that. It's not. It's a normal lifespan for a normal person. No witchcraft or magic or anything paranormal going on. That being said, it was an extremely good book. It was a small book too. I finished it in a shorter period of time than I would a typically 300-page book. I think this one is around 250, if I remember correctly. So it's a good book. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars on Goodreads. It was a quick read, so if you want something quick and easy, this is a great option for you. It's a booky book, which is something that I know can be very controversial. Basically, the story follows this man, A.J. Fikry. He owns a bookstore, and it follows, I would say, maybe a 20 to 30 year span of his life. It's after his wife died. They owned a bookstore together, and then kind of just the things that happen throughout the next 20, 30 years that slowly bring him and the bookstore back to life. So it was a very good, entertaining read. A lot of different sort of things happen. It's very heartfelt. He ends up having a daughter, and their relationship is beautiful. The reason that I say it's a very bookish book is because in between each chapter, there is a letter that he has written kind of reviewing or giving a synopsis of a book. So it'll say like the title, the author, and it's a well-known, real, legit book. Some of them are, Edgar Allan Poe and a bunch of different very popular artists, or authors, I should say, and kind of his summary of what the book's about, how he felt about it, and why he felt that way. And it turns out in the end, the letters are all for his daughter. But kind of as you're reading them, you don't really understand who they're for, especially before the daughter kind of comes on the scene. So that's a very bookish element, but also a lot of the conversation that happens throughout the book with him and other characters revolves around literature. He gives book recommendations to friends and people in his community. He fosters his daughter's love of reading and literature. So there's a lot of kind of book references in the book itself, which I know can be hit or miss. Some people don't enjoy bookish books, so to speak. It kind of seems a little bit snobby sometimes when some authors do it, but this one was done really, really well. It was enjoyable, relatable, and I don't know if it's a change in my own opinion because I've read a lot more over the past couple of years, but kind of early on in my reading journey, if I read a bookish book, I did find it a little bit snobby, but now I kind of enjoy it. But maybe that's because I now am more well read and I understand more of the references. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've read more, or maybe it's just because this author did it extremely well. I don't know, but it was still enjoyable. A lot of different fun and interesting characters. It's the place setting is a small island town off the coast of Massachusetts, so that was a really interesting setting. It's very kind of charming in a way. It was a good book. Nothing kind of crazy. It's not groundbreaking, but I do think it's a book that I'll kind of tend to think about in years to come. And again, if you want something quick and just enjoyable, it's a great option. Okay, so up next, I have another book that I feel is going to be a complete 180, and I've already read the first 50 pages, and it does seem very different. It is Swamp Story by Dave Barry. I'll be completely honest, what first drew me to this book was the cover art. It pops out. It's got these bright colors. It's very Andy Warhol, like pop art looking, and of course the cute little alligator on it. It takes place in Florida. Go figure. It's funny, and it has a lot of reviews on the back. Like Steve Martin is on here giving a review. So yeah, it's good. It's entertaining. It takes place in Florida, and I don't know what could be more opposite the Florida Everglades from a quaint little island off the coast of Massachusetts. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of booky book people in this particular title. So I think it's a complete 180, and I like doing that. Keep myself on my toes. If you have read either of these books, Swamp Story or The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, please let me know your thoughts and feelings. Again, I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars. I can't remember. Sadie just woke up behind me. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on either of those books. I think The Swamp Story is going to be very, very good. So far, it is really entertaining and has already kind of made me laugh a couple of times. Okay, I will see you guys later on when I am done number 18.